which, you know, sometimes it's interesting because I can just tell you from my personal experience through these whole politics, right? Sometimes it's easy to, you know, remember like a piece of hateful rhetoric, right? Like hateful rhetoric used for political gain. Sometimes those little pieces of rhetoric, they get stuck in your head and you think that that's how like a whole group of people thinks, or like, you know, you get what I'm saying? But actually primarily I was getting Trump supporters in the chat. But my whole point here is actually that the majority of people and the majority of Trump supporters that tuned in and commented, wow, I'm actually really surprised, guys. I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of the Republicans, conservatives, and Trump supporters that tuned into my video and spent the time to comment. I got actually a lot of really thoughtful, really lengthy comments on there from Trump supporters who were actually not, you know, against me at all. Or like, wow, so as some of you may know, I posted a video a few days ago called My Thoughts on the Election as a Queer Person. Now, this video got over 1,500 views already. It kind of stopped trending, but it was trending for a long time there, pretty heavily. Got over 200 comments. Now, I did get in the comments some people from all sides of the political spectrum. Things that you see on social media, like you start to, I'm just telling you from my experience, you start to think that, you know, there's like a whole group of people who are against you. And when that's the majority, supposedly, of people, even though it's a slight majority, right? Still the vote is almost 50-50. We live in a very divided, well, I don't want to say we live in a divided nation, but there was a lot of people on both sides, right? But my whole point here is it's easy to think based off of the rhetoric and the media and everything like that there's this large group of people who are like heavily against you. But I just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm really glad I put myself out there and, you know, let it all out on the table like that, because my whole point here, I'm going to get to it. A lot of y'all really, the main theme, like I said, there were a few ignorant people, a few assholes, blah, blah, blah. That's going to happen regardless. But the main gist of the comment section overall was that none of y'all are against me. None of y'all Trump supporters, majority of y'all are not against me at all. Or queer people in general, or none of that. Y'all don't even care.
Here we go. Welcome everyone to Grumpy Old Soldiers. How y'all are?
Good, I hope.
I'm in the magic looking glass. I can see Ron Jeremy, Brett Whitney, Troy V. Who else?
That was the magic mirror, Miss
Oh,
Joe.
magic mirror.
I see in my magic mirror.
Yep.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
And who had romper stompers?
I didn't.
I thought you were.
My dad taught me how to make them. Oh my goodness. So how are you doing tonight, Jim?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. My daughter's here with me tonight. Howdy.
How are you?
Everybody? My daughter Rachel. Rachel, this is everybody.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Nice
We got what? We got
Yeah.
Troy, Bert, Cheryl. Well, you met Cheryl.
Nick.
Dave, Nick. Well, she met Nick.
Mother, Ron Jeremy.
So how are you doing tonight, Dylan?
Tired from work.
Did you work today?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I am off Thanksgiving and the Friday following.
Yeah. So you'll be off Black Friday and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I worked in food service, it was at a restaurant, not a school.
Yeah, but
I worked Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yep.
It was bullshit.
Right, but last night I forgot who I was in here with. We found out I was off next Friday, but I didn't know schools were closed.
Yeah.
So I had to look at the freaking school calendar, like, okay, I'm off. I don't have to report in. I can sleep in.
Nice. So how are you doing tonight, JT?
Oh, I don't know. Which part of the world do you want to know from first?
Weather, I guess.
Whether or not?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm doing all right.
Good.
Just got regular weather actually, and gonna enjoy it while we can because I can feel the cold snap coming in.
You better knock on wood. You're gonna jinx it.
Mm.
Yeah, but big brother, I heard there was snow coming abroad.
Yeah, but it's about time. I mean, we're at the end of November.
Right.
Makes sense.
But I heard it was gonna be this Friday at like 7, from anywhere from 7 in the morning to 9 not about 9:30.
Yeah, but anything we get now, I mean, unless you get 6 or 8 inches, I mean, it won't be nothing.
Right, it could just be a
The
dusting.
ground's too warm.
Wait.
It'll be a slushy mess for a day, but
I used to work with this waitress that wore a T-shirt to work one time that said, "Sex is like snow. You never know how many inches you'll get or how long it'll last."
yep. How true is that?
So I've had some eventful times lately. Got a tooth that's fucked up and my whole face is swollen right here. Might be hard to tell, I don't know. That's a swelling right there though. And we bust a water pipe in the laundry room, which is right off of the master bath and master bedroom.
Oh, the toilet you was trying to blow up.
No, not this time.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like they're going to have to replace floor. They have to. There's a carpet in there now, and we're hoping that there's some hardwood underneath. So we'll see what happens. But yeah.
All right, I hope you have a good luck with that, Joe.
It'll work out. Thanks, Jim. I'm certain it'll work out.
If you can stand the taste on that too, you take a tea bag and you soak it in warm whiskey. The stronger the better.
Mm-hmm.
And just pack that in around that abscess.
Yeah,
It'll help.
I'll have to try that.
It tastes nasty.
Can I use tequila instead, or?
Yeah, tequila works. Anything high proof.
Okay.
Because the alcohol is going to be the antiseptic and the numbing, and the tea will draw some of that infection.
Clove oil.
I heard Everclear will work.
Clove oil.
Olive oil too, yeah.
What'd you say, Dylan?
I heard Everclear would work wonders for that.
Yeah, you could actually even dilute the Everclear a little.
Yep.
Hey, Ed Barkley. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I called the dentist. This happened on Friday afternoon of last week. I had to wait all the way till Monday to even call my dentist. And they said, "Oh, we can see you December 4th at 7:30 a.m. So I've got two problems with that. It's way too much long in the future, way too early in the morning. So
Yeah, but there'll come a point where you'll be begging for that appointment.
yeah. Well, my wife's reminded me that I'm on her dental insurance, so we might have other options to try.
Yeah. But if it's abscess, sometimes the emergency room will take care of it.
Ah, well, problem is it's the anchor that holds in my bottom partial plate, my partial dentures. So I want them to, hopefully they can do some work and make it stay.
Yeah, but if you go get yourself one of them floppy hats, grow your beard out, and take your teeth out, you'd look great as an old minor 49er, you know?
Oh my goodness. I'm probably related to some of those guys. Oh man. So what are you vaping on tonight, Dylan?
Usual. Got a V2 with 31. For juice, I'm vaping on the FDH strawberry ice cream sandwich. I'm gonna have to pass this over to Big Brother. What are you vaping on?
Well, you know I've got to be vaping on what's that? Yeah, my George mod. Thinking of you, brother. Then I've got the Guava with the Blaze RTA set up, and I've got Situation. Stevie Marquez's Banana Leaf.
Oh, the simulation?
Yeah, that one. And then I got the Drop on top of the Aegis Legend, and I've got Vultures in that one. Banana Pudding.
3 vapes at once.
And then, of course, whenever I leave the house, don't leave without it.
Yeah.
JT, please grace us with your presentation.
I don't know if I can keep up with that. Let's see. Aries 2 on top of the Ursa with some. Dang it, I was going to remember it, but I forgot what I was going to remember. Yeah, with Brett's Cubano.
Hey,
Cubano. Hey,
Cubano.
$5. And let's see, we got the George setup. It's the Smoke Mag V2 is what it is. And the Zeus Z25 on top. That's doing a wintergreen peppermint.
That sounds good.
Yeah, especially 135 watts.
I think that'd be a little scary, Ron.
he just yelled in from the other room. He's like, read my comment.
And last
I don't know what the
we
butt
got the Recurve duo on top, the Pulse V2, and we got the
Rachel probably could.
Leminomenon again. Back to
Phenomenon. Now it's gonna be in my head all night.
Yeah, damn it, Dylan.
Don't blame me.
Phenomena.
Thanks, Chuck.
Well, tonight I've got the Stubby 21 with the Ponte inside of it. That's the mesh one. And inside of that, I've got Starburst with Nixamide. Copyright. I patented that font.
How is the Nixamide doing for you?
It works. You know, if they took away nicotine, if they said you had to have a license to use nicotine, I could switch to Nixamide. And price is not as good as nicotine because you got to use like 3 times as much.
Yeah.
But it all works out. It mutes the flavor a little, but aside from that, it's good. And I've got the Pulse AIO with, I forget the name of that fucking borough that's the bridge, but that's a little,
End on it?
that's a little bad boy or something.
Where's the confounded bridge?
I don't know. And that,
It's got the brick that holds a coil.
and that I've got Skittles 4 milligrams and another Pulse AIO with the Maven clone bridge. There we go. And inside of that, I've got, where'd it go? It's mostly citrus. Cedro, 6 milligrams. I'm trying to
Is it a
switch
good
over to.
citrus or a chemically citrus?
No, it tastes pretty fruity.
Does it?
Yeah. Cedro is a good You can add it to lemonade. Add just a little bit to add to lemonade e-liquid. It'll add a little body to it and some
okay.
high notes.
Who makes it?
I don't remember. They sell
Okay, I'll look it up.
they sell it at the place I buy my flavors from, and I can tell you about it later.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Yeah,
That'd be
I'll let
cool,
you know.
'cause I can't get a lemon or an orange to take. You know, it's just
Hey,
it always comes up chemically.
it's worth it. That place I buy my flavors from, they've lowered their minimum requirement for free shipping down to $25. It's real
Ooh.
easy to come up with $25 worth
Now
of
you're
flavor.
singing my song.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll tell you about that after the show.
That'd be cool.
Hey, Chuck. Nick
Yeah, man.
Said that silver RB8 that you showed.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
what
you.
was
Said
it?
that's the Wickboro V2.
Wickboro?
Yep.
Okay, it's a good one. I like it. Took me a couple tries to get it working right. I'm surprised the Maven worked. I like every time I rebuild it, no leaking, works beautifully. That is a hell of a design.
Then why'd you
That's
quit?
what I feel. What's that one I'm using? But it was just on the tip of my tongue. Like Chuck was saying though, every time I go to wick it, I just can't seem to wick it wrong.
Yeah, the
What is
Maven's
it,
like that.
RBA?
Which one? What is it? It's the Etho.
Ether.
Okay.
Oh, because it sweats. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Mine in the box.
That ain't good.
Yeah, Brett Cedro.
But yeah, no. But like Chuck was saying, some atomizers are that way.
Yeah. And I think that's all I'm actually vaping on right now. I've got another 12 mods set up here, but
Yeah.
not vaping on those at the moment. So I guess that's all I'm vaping on. Let's see, what do we got here? Whoa, where's my in the news? There it is.
Volume glow.
Who? Low on Jim? Okay.
Hang on, let me check my settings. 'Cause they've been getting switched.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm maxed out.
Damn it,
Could be
Dale.
me. I was away from my mic.
I was just about to say that. Damn it, Dylan.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dylan. Stop it.
Sorry, Jim. I just
I
love
got my
messing
shit
with
set up the way I like it. Don't mess with it.
I'm sorry. I love fucking with the microphone.
Damn it, Dylan.
All right.
Okay.
Remember that.
That's the catchphrase. Damn it, Dylan. Yeah.
Damn it.
Where I got that right there. Damn it, Dylan. I got a little graphic, a bumper for it.
Away from Staten Island makes it big in northern Maine.
Y'all know, I can't remember, this is a few days ago, Kamala Harris raised like 4 times as much money as Trump. And it
Ended up over 20 billion in debt.
or 20 million. Yeah.
I was watching one of those news shows, and they were saying that she spent over $10 million in payroll. Trump spent just over $1 million. Seems to me Trump was doing 2 or 3 rallies a day for a while.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yeah, and
He
he,
w-
didn't have to pay for his audience.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
exactly. Now you know where that 10 million went.
Mm-hmm.
The buses aren't cheap, you know.
I know 2.5 million went to Harpo Productions.
Yep.
Hey, Chuck.
Hmm.
Hippie says Dylan is also low.
Okay.
No,
Let
you
me
just
see. I
showed
think what it is, I think it's that I'm too loud. Because I've got,
And
I got y'all turned up as high as I can go, so. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm also having internet problems right now, so if we get kicked off, that's on my end. We will
If
end.
we get kicked off, we're done. So don't look for a repost.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. I'll just end the show at that time. I would have called the show off for today, but we've had so much time off lately. We're kind of bored of it.
Right.
But all that is just an out for Chuck. When you know he gets sick of looking at our faces, he can say, "Oop, my internet."
So like a regular day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, hippie, how you doing?
Do that. And the sound good. Okay.
Oh, hi.
Can't park there.
No.
Oh.
What if he knows his gas door's open?
I wonder.
Probably.
Damn it.
That irks me when I see that going down the highway somewhere, that gas flap open.
I had mine up this morning. You would have been disappointed. Oops.
Okay, there we go. I got it. I got it queued up. Here we go.
A failure to signal, a failure to come to complete stop, an incorrect license plate. Each were the lone offense Oklahoma law enforcement knew about when engaging in chases that turned deadly after their respective drivers didn't submit to a traffic stop. The Tulsa World and Lee Enterprises public service journalism team spent months putting together a database of Oklahoma's deadly pursuits. The investigation found that 18 of the 79 pursuit deaths from 2016 to 2022 were innocent motorists not involved in the chases.
This
That's
is not
one
to
in
bash
four
cops,
motorists
it's
in
bashing
20%.
policy.
If you go the wrong way on 35, just make sure we're not following the wrong way on 75.
George, long time no see, brother.
Questions was, what did he do?
Hey, George.
What did he do that was so important he needed to be chased? It was one of the first questions I asked. I wanted to know what horrible thing this person had done to need to be chased. And it was just that he stole a truck.
A 2023 report by the U.S. Department of Justice and Police Executive Research Forum recommends that chases only take place when a violent crime occurs and there's an imminent threat to the public, based solely on known criminal action and not driving behavior.
That a simple property theft on a vehicle that has a low jack and in-dash cameras shouldn't have ended in an innocent person's life. A man trying to go to work to take care of his family. Was it worth him never coming home? Was it worth a husband and a father leaving and never coming home?
Two of the state's largest law enforcement agencies, the Oklahoma City Police Department and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, have reacted to mounting pursuit deaths in opposite ways. Oklahoma City Police's new policy encourages officers to try to avoid chases because of the extreme danger they create, reminding officers that their basic responsibility is to protect the public. Recent data shows that Oklahoma City's stronger policy measures implemented in June 2022 is resulting in fewer pursuits and that more pursuits are being discontinued by officers. The agency averaged 334 pursuits per year in the 4 years prior to the new policy and 243 per year in the 2 years since.
Okay, that gets the point across. The policy just needs to change. A lot of this shit, so many cars have low jack these days and dash cameras and or OnStar or whatever. You don't need to chase most of the suspects. You only,
Well, hell, it would probably be better if there was no suspects as driving off and doing that shit, causing the chase.
yeah.
You know, hell, for the
Yeah.
longest time here in Oklahoma, if they were driving a car at 100 miles an hour, they could shoot you.
I think I heard about that.
Now, see, that's the side of the fence I want to lean towards. I think better takedown methods
Yeah.
instead of letting minor offenses go. No, you run from a cop, you deserve to die in a horrific traffic crash,
Yeah.
preferably alone.
Hmm.
Yeah. No innocent victims.
But they found that
Sorry, but
No, you help me.
in a lot of these, they could have done it by just using modern technology, and there wouldn't have been a car chase.
Yeah.
And
now,
they can do-
bear with me.
Hmm.
I watch a lot of that, how it's made. Now, when they're making like potato chips, they got a computer that can read the potato chips. It's run by the camera and shoot a jet of air and take out bad potato chips. And they do this, you know, at 1,000 miles an hour. So you take these traffic cams and you mount them water cannons they detonate bombs with. So now, radio up ahead, have that, I mean,
Yeah.
it can target in on him, bang, take out the engine.
Yep. That's exactly what they need to be doing, because we have technology to do that and similar things, but that's a good one right there.
I think severe punishment instead of let's let the minor stuff go. I'm a broken window guy. If you throw the book at a kid that breaks a window, he's more apt to think about it before he does it again.
Yeah. But you know that with that low jack shit and stuff, could you actually see that it would go off in like a certain area, everybody all at once just stop?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, there'd be a lot more ambulance chasers, that's for sure.
Yeah, but
How
then
about blow jack?
Low
If
jack?
it gets so far away from my key fob, it blows up.
I don't know. That sounds illegal. I like the idea.
Love the enthusiasm.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, to get them to stop at a particular spot, the cops could be talking with the news people in their helicopter, saying, "Okay, the guys, we're gonna shut off the engine in 30 seconds. You guys ready to roll?"
My father just said, not being prejudiced or anything, but you never hear of any car accidents from car chases with fire trucks.
No, that's true.
Yeah, so far they've only stole ambulances and cop cars.
Yeah.
I saw a police chase with a tank.
Cool.
Somebody stole our trophy tank. We had a Sherman tank. It was all operational, sitting out, you know, part of our village. And somebody got drunk one night, climbed inside of it, and got it hot wired and started. And yep, kind of funny watching them do 20 miles an hour with the MPs. Woo 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 woo.
Pull over.
He stopped though without incident.
Good. So, Biden wants to start a fucking war.
Yes, he does.
You think?
Yeah, hang on. Okay.
Turning overseas today, the Kremlin
y'all hear that,
warned
Jim?
President Biden is adding fuel to the fire by allowing Ukraine to use long-range U.S. missiles that can strike targets inside Russia. The military calls the missiles ATACMS. One Russian lawmaker today said firing them over the border could lead to World War III. CBS's Holly Williams is in Ukraine tonight.
Ukraine's been using American-supplied ATACMS against Russian forces since last year. Some of the missiles have a range of close to 200 miles. But before now, the US had refused the Ukrainians permission to hit targets inside Russia, concerned about an escalation in the conflict. Colonel Maxim Balagura of Ukraine's state border guard hinted last month about what the Ukrainians could attack with the powerful US weapons.
If the US would allow you to use ATACMS to hit Russia, what difference would that make?
If the Russians don't have any ammunition or any planes, then manpower won't matter, he told us. In recent months, Russian forces have been gaining ground and targeting Ukraine cities with deadly glide bombs, Soviet-era ammunition retrofitted with wings and GPS. Last month, we witnessed the aftermath of a small glide bomb in this residential neighborhood.
You can see the devastation that it's wreaked. It's literally ripped the front off the building.
And now Russia's military's been bolstered by more than 10,000 North Korean soldiers. They may join an offensive to retake territory in Kursk in southern Russia, where Ukraine launched an audacious incursion in August. In September, Vladimir Putin said that if the US allowed Ukraine to use ATACMS inside his country, it would mean that America and Russia are at war.
Some Ukrainians fear that President-elect Donald Trump could try to pressure their government into negotiating with Russia. If that happens, using the ATACMS now could give Ukraine a better bargaining position. Nora?
That's certainly on the table. Holly Williams in Ukraine, thank you so much.
That scares me.
One more reason we shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But, you know, they overlooked the part where it said Putin would gladly speak with Zelensky if Trump would be there.
Yeah. Yeah, if Trump's there to moderate between them, and Trump knows it. That's why he has a plan. Those guys know him. He knows them. He can get them straightened out.
Yeah, well, Congress could get off their butts and do the proper job that they need to be doing.
But see, that's the problem. This could have been taken care of by the administration that thinks they were the greatest of all time, and Trump was just waiting for that day that they said, okay, you're president-elect. Now, you see, he's doing things already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, if
Before,
you see...
he couldn't do anything because he had no power behind the words. He could make deals all day long with world leaders, but he had nothing to back it up with.
Exactly.
Well, that, and he had to watch out for that, I forget which act it is, but there's one about doing business without specific permission to do it.
Yeah. But I got a feeling, you know, that he's going to go there in person, I'm sure. You think?
For something like that, yeah.
Yeah. He'll probably meet him like in a different country, but he can get them both sit down and hash out a deal in a couple hours, I think.
Yeah. But I still hold to the fact that they'll deal with him, because I would rather make a deal with you than some loudmouth idiot that, you know, down the block that thinks he runs the place.
Yeah.
I'm not making a deal with no idiot that makes me look weak. But I'll sit down with you. You're a strong guy.
Yep. So,
you watch him at all them summits, all the parties. Biden's in the corner all by himself. He's the wallflower, you know?
Yeah, it's hard to believe, because you see Trump when he's joking around. That same guy is a good mediator. He can negotiate. That's how he makes his living.
Yep. But I don't know. I'm hoping good times are coming.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I'll take better times from that right now. If you worry about the oil, the immigrants, we're good. Well, and the farmers.
Yeah,
I'm a firm believer. We need to get food back. We need to be self-sufficient on food. We don't need, you know, wheat from Ukraine. We don't need meat from China.
Yeah.
How many years were we told we were the breadbasket of the world, and we had so much that we were selling it off to other countries and still had a stockpile? That's
where we came up with government cheese and peanut butter. There was a surplus for a couple of years in a row.
Yep.
Reagan said, Reagan was one of them. He says, let's make cheese out of the milk. We have an abundance of milk. Make cheese. It'll store and it'll feed people.
Yep. And it was good cheese.
And it was good cheese. Exactly. Nobody, if you ever open up that fresh 5-pound block of cheese, don't drop it on your foot, though.
Oh, no. I've heard about that.
Or that gallon can of peanut butter.
Oh, jeez. Let's see. I got another one queued up here. There we go. And share the screen with the sound. And here we go.
What is that? Nah.
This is how I thought wars were going to be fought these days. We've got a lot of people in this country who knows how to operate a flight simulator.
Yeah.
Jeez. So, nope, wrong one. Shit, I need buttons for this stuff.
What's going on, NorCal?
Hey, NorCal.
Hey, NorCal. So it looks like the drones they've been using, they were using propeller style, or I'm sorry, helicopter style, the horizontal axis propellers. If they went with some other kind of small plane kind of drone, I think it would be harder to knock them down.
Dude, they were talking about the size of grasshoppers and bees with munition on them.
They were talking about that in the 80s, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And they can do it. They should be able to do it by now because they could almost do it back then. That's some scary shit. Let me see how long this one is. Okay, good. I've made a bad habit lately of trying to queue up videos that are way too fucking long. But here's some more good news. Let us...
Good news?
More good news. Okay.
Holy shit.
I'm
Oh,
convinced.
I don't hear no sound.
Oh.
Hang on. Okay.
With major events. Let's turn now to the battle for the White House, intensifying this week with major events all across the country. President Joe Biden is back in Washington, D.C. today after events in Philadelphia, while First Lady Jill Biden was on the stump in North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. For Republicans, a familiar face is now back in the mix, former First Lady Melania Trump. She just hosted a fundraiser at Trump Tower for the largest group of LGBTQ conservatives called the Log Cabin Republicans. It is Mrs. Trump's fourth appearance on the campaign trail and her second event for the Log Cabin Republicans this year, and it's sparking questions over the Republican Party's strategy to win over undecided voters. Joining me now is Charles Moran, president of the Log Cabin Republicans. Charles, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Brooke.
So this, as we mentioned, is Melania Trump's second event with your organization, but she has been fairly quiet on the campaign trail. We really haven't seen a whole lot of her so far. What does it mean, or did she give you an explanation why she chose to host these fundraisers with your organization?
Thanks for having me on this morning. This is actually Mrs. Trump's fourth event with our organization, the second one this year. Mrs. Trump has a long history of supporting efforts around unity and inclusion, and I think the work that Log Cabin Republicans does, as you said, we're the nation's oldest and largest organization of LGBT Republicans and conservatives, and our straight allies. About a third of our organization is actually straight people. We are working to build a more inclusive Republican Party, but also to let LGBT people know that they have a home in the conservative movement. Mrs. Trump is about unity. You know, she came to this country from another one. She speaks multiple languages. She came here and is a self-made woman having a very successful career before she married Donald Trump. She understands the importance of being judged on your character and your ability to do good work and to contribute to society, which is something that we as LGBT Republicans are fighting for.
Yeah.
Your organization, though, has had a bit of a mixed history when it comes to endorsing Donald Trump. Log Cabin Republicans endorsed him in 2020, but not in 2016. What changed, and what factors are you considering when endorsing a candidate like Donald Trump?
Well, I was proud to be a delegate for Donald Trump from California's 40th Congressional District back in 2016 and again in 2020 and now again in 2024. But I think the important thing to realize is that with Donald Trump, the proof is in the pudding. We have a candidate who not just talked the talk, but walked the walk. And with his appointments and his policy initiatives in the first term, things like ending the spread of HIV/AIDS in 10 years, things like calling for an international decriminalization of homosexuality at the United Nations, the first time that's ever been done. He has a portfolio and a track record as a businessman and a philanthropist, but now as a politician of actually fighting for equality and inclusion. And that's something that resonates very strongly with not only LGBT center and center-right voters, but also with suburban women and the youth vote. Donald Trump has single-handedly, especially after the development from the platform committee yesterday, of really getting the Republican Party modernized about our current threats from overseas, but also about the way that we can be a stronger, more united country. And that's so much of what Mrs. Trump was talking about yesterday, was coming together as one America, fighting for the rights of all people and for the betterment of all families, including LGBT families.
But there have been some issues that some might argue are anti-LGBTQ. Transgender rights, for example. Are there concerns for your organization with backing a candidate like former President Donald Trump?
I mean, I think one of the things that we agree on, especially not only in the conservative movement, but in America, is strong support for the L's, the G's, the B's, and the T's in society. But that comes with strong guardrails. That's protection of women's spaces. That's the preservation of women's sports in Title IX.
Yes, that's the thing. We need to make sure that trans people have rights without taking away rights from other people in the process.
Exactly, but don't say trans rights. Don't say black rights. Don't
Equal
say,
rights.
You're not getting any special rights.
Nope.
I'm all for fighting for your right to live like I do.
Yeah.
I have rules I gotta follow. You got rules you gotta follow.
Yep.
You don't get treated special.
Stay in your own lane. Yeah, exactly.
Parental consent at every level and no permanent gender transition under the age of 18. These are common sense solutions that not only most of Americans support, but also Donald Trump and now the Republican Party have with a modernized party platform. Again, I don't call this moderate or centrist. I call this common sense. And I think that, again, you've got extremes on the far left and the far right that want to categorize this as something that it's truly not.
All right, Charles Moran, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
So, yeah, there we go.
But now this has got to be a fake video.
No,
Because I thought the Trumps were against, they wanted to kill gays.
That's what the Democrats have been saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been watching all these videos. You can't, every time you get on YouTube, you get all these videos, and they're screaming that I'm going to wake up tomorrow in a camp.
Yeah. Oh, man. Did you see that one with that black woman? She was worried she was going to be a slave when she woke up the next day.
Yep. I'm afraid to go to sleep. I might wake up a slave.
Yeah, these people, they've been convinced that this shit's going to happen, and it's really not.
Yeah, that's severe brain damage right there.
That one dude, he was going to teach all of us, I'm going to leave America. I'm going to Hawaii.
Yep, I'm going to move to Hawaii. Yeah.
Yes. I wonder if he misspoke or if he's really that doesn't understand geography.
Channel Dylan.
What?
What have you been putting
Who's
in the
that
kids'
black
food?
Guy? He's conservative. He's really a really dark black guy. I think he used to be a priest, or he is a priest.
Yeah.
But he grills people. I mean, he's like, Charlie Kirk or any of them. He'll argue the point with them. But he was talking to the ones that are shaving their heads off, swearing off men, and are going to have sex with men. He looked at him and says, so now you just have the conservatives outbreeding you.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
That's a great way to, to keep your party going. Yep.
Not to mention the fact that the guys those particular women would date are also Democrats.
Yep.
So
yeah, we're not losing much out of the gene pool here.
Oh no.
In fact, you've strengthened us. Thank you.
Oh man.
And then the Blue Bracelet Club. If you don't have a blue bracelet, they'll run away from you because you're not trustworthy and you're dangerous and will do them bodily harm.
Yeah.
Okay. Screw the bracelet. We'll go straight to the tattoo.
I'm just going to let it gain momentum, and then I'm going to spread the rumor that we went undercover. I put a blue bracelet on just so I could get next to you and kill you.
Oh man, yeah. There's this one woman I saw. She's either cis straight woman or bisexual. She was talking about seducing all the. No, she was bi or gay. She was talking about seducing all the wives in families.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she really thinks she's hot. Sorry, I wouldn't screw up my marriage over that. Oh, man.
But they really think it's about race. They really think it's about misogyny. They don't. I at this point, I don't think you can help them.
No.
Because if they can't open their eyes and see where this country was and where it should be, I know it doesn't go with your perverted sense of reality, but it's just that, a perverted sense of reality. It's for you and your friends to play with in your yard.
Yep.
It's not what we do out here in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, something about Trump. He's for equality. But everybody equal.
Yeah.
And
but you got to earn it.
Well. Yeah. I mean, well, it depends on what we're talking about. But as far as just two people, they both get rights. You know. I mean, simple. But he's doing all of this shit, the LGBT inclusion and everything, without spending all fucking day every day on it.
Well, that's it. I mean, the whole point is you live your life to your fullest. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But you're not getting special rights. You're not getting a voice where it upsets my balance.
Yeah.
Because I say Merry Christmas. You don't. You don't have a right to take that away from me.
Right. I still say it.
I say God bless. You don't have a right to take that away from me.
Yep. I'm trying to remember to say Gesundheit, which is German for good health.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
But somewhere, there's somebody that will be offended by that.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up if they start seeing too much.
Yeah. Well, it's happened. Somebody did call me on it one time, and I told them Gesundheit means good health to you. It's German. They thought I was being Christian and stuff about it. I'm like, nope.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
The ancient meaning is something about get that spirit back in your body.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had this similar belief on that at one time.
And we're still trying to figure out, Dylan.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'm a married man.
That's not what you were telling me last night, JT.
Reporters have shown up to this small town store as several.
Let's try this
President
again.
Donald Trump
I'll
is
get all
going
this
full
worked out
McGregor
eventually, I
and
promise,
putting on his
guys.
apron to make French fries at McDonald's. To which thousands of supporters have shown up to this small town store as several blocks had to be closed off in Pennsylvania, all to watch Trump serve up some French fries.
Never touches the human hand.
Very good, very
Nice
good.
and full.
Thank you.
That's a big crowd, huh?
Mr. Trump, why did you feel it was important to come here today?
I love McDonald's. I love jobs.
Yeah, he does.
I like to see good jobs. And I think it's inappropriate when somebody puts down all over the place that she worked at McDonald's. It was a big part of her resume that she worked at McDonald's, how tough a job it was. She specifically worked at the French fry, where they make the French fries, and she talked about the heat. It was so tough. She never worked at McDonald's. McDonald's just confirmed that again, by the way.
As customers were ecstatic to see him.
Look at that. Look at that. How are you? Thank you, Mr. President.
You made it possible for ordinary people like us to meet you.
You're not ordinary.
I mean, thank you so much for everything you do.
I can see.
We pray for you, and you are the type of person we want to be the president.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So nice. Thank you very much.
That's
Thank you, Mr. President. We'll think about it. I guess that's right. Thank you very much. Everybody.
You only candidate.
Work fast food. Don't shit on it. You never
Hello,
work.
everybody.
You can take this,
And
right?
you know this is compliments of Trump, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Hey, Vinny, I ain't seen you in the dog's age.
Hey, Vinny.
Hey, Chuck.
Yeah, man.
You take
Thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure, President.
Although this image looks like AI, this is actually our president, the 78-year-old multi...
Do what?
Dylan's being abusive to people in chat.
Dylan, cut it out.
Billionaire working the deep fryers, as this entire fiasco was just a troll Kamala. As first she lied about working at McDonald's.
I worked at McDonald's. I was a student when I was working at McDonald's.
Then she lied about Trump being exhausted.
You know, I've been hearing reports that his team at least is saying he's suffering from exhaustion. And that's apparently the excuse for why he's not doing interviews.
Her campaign made up more of the same debunked claims, and ultra-left Reddit posted a 20-second clip to say he was sleeping. So between all those interviews and rallies, Trump is basically completing video game side quests just to show who has more energy.
Yeah, she was saying this shit before this. That clip's from before he did Joe Rogan.
Yep.
And she wouldn't do Joe Rogan unless he came to her and they only talked for like an hour or half an hour.
Yeah, they were going to have final edit.
Yeah. Shit.
As case in point, both Trump and Kamala made speeches in Detroit recently, except Kamala's big speech to a tiny crowd randomly ended only 6 minutes in, while Donald Trump's Michigan rally lasted an hour and a half.
Did you hear that shit she did down in Houston? Having Beyonce come and to talk, they billed it as if there was going to be a concert, as if it was going to be a free Beyonce concert. People got pissed.
Ooh.
Well, they should have.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Kamala bolstered her rally by inviting the rapper Lizzo.
They say if Kamala wins, then the whole country will be like Detroit.
I hope not.
Okay?
That's a great claim to make. Make America exactly like this place.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars in debt, top 5 in murders in America, and number 1 in unemployment at over 8% with the largest increase in the country. So now it kind of makes sense why at least one of these candidates always looks exhausted. While you have one side shouting and wagging their finger in your face because they don't see your support, we see Trump going back to his old reality TV roots.
We can't stand you. You're a vice president.
Oh.
The worst. You're the worst.
Yeah, I think we get the point.
Yep.
Let's see.
Just the derangement. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking the news media and the Democratic pundits and just politicians in general were telling everybody it's going to be this way, it's going to be that way. And Handmaid's Tale came up.
Yeah.
Of course. You know, they run on fear. That's all they've got. Everything.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Emotion. You know? Yeah. It's like, what's the latest one? They're trying to say, well, Trump really didn't win a great big mandate. He didn't win the popular vote with as many as you think.
Yeah.
So they're trying to change that one too.
No, there were only 3 or 4 blue states this time around, I think.
It wasn't really states. It was more like...
And they're questionable. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, what was it? Yesterday, Arizona finally got finished 2.5 weeks afterwards. You know,
yeah.
Florida's got more votes, millions more, and they counted. It took them 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. They had the fucking votes counted before the evening news.
They used to do it quicker when it was horse and buggy.
Yep.
Yep. It's a screwed up system.
It is.
We got to do some work on it. Hey, Jim.
Hey, what?
Do you have a joke you can tell us this evening?
I might. Let's see. It's packed. bodies are rubbing up against each other, and he finds himself right there beside this long, tall, blonde, big tits, nice ass, and they're going, and they're bouncing, and they're rubbing against each other, and all the while he's saying, please don't get a hat on. Please don't get a hat on. Please don't get a hat on. Sure as shit, she did.
Oh man, that's what I get for expecting the punchline to be something, and it was actually something else.
Yes,
That's
but it was
good.
watching Dylan's face going, how did Jim know?
I was just waiting for fucking something stupid.
Oh man. Oh
Fucking
geez.
Jim.
Having trouble with buttons. Okay, let me get the Zoom link so I can put it in chat. Okay, everybody, that's it for our show tonight. I'm putting the link in chat, and you're welcome to come into Zoom and hang out with us after the show.
God bless. Say a prayer for America. We're still not out of the woods.
Do right.
Don't be.